As I'm videotaping, good evening, aloha, some of the things that I make. This is a shell lei with puka shells and lava rock. And this is a Hebrew shell. This one right here. Oftentimes reminds me of zebras, because zebras, all their patterns are different. There's another one. They're usually $65 for 17 inches and $5 thereafter, depending on how long you want it. This is a beaded bag. I think they had a reason for them in the olden days, but I sure think they're fun. I put essential oils in them and a little piece of cloth. This is beautiful. And it has all these little things. Goes like that. Oh, maybe it goes in the next one. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Goes like that. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. And I used antique fabrics. This one, and the inside of this purse. This is one of the first ones I ever did. And this little green one. I have a book that shows me how. Really enjoy beading. I do these things to keep myself entertained, because my husband is really busy. He's in charge of all the concrete that comes into the island of Oahu. Pretty busy guy. There's another brooch. You just have to add the pin to the back. Or you could put it on a hat. Oh, where's the center? Oh, there's supposed to be a big center bead in the middle. Oh, well. Maybe I didn't put it in yet. And then this was fun. It would go good on a dress or a hat. And it's made with bias. That's what I use for that type of beading work. This is one of my favorite shell necklaces. You see the little tiny cone shells and puka shells? I picked up all of those. Aren't they cute? I spent 10 years doing nothing but that. Now this particular one over here, these are all Hebrew shells. And the way I measure it is I go from one side to the other side. If it's 17 inches, it's $65. And if it's under, I take up $5 off. So if it's less than 17. Normally they run at 16 or 17, but some guys have really big necks. This is another one I'm working on. And it would be a nice choker. It's a fun style that I made. Puka shells were introduced when Elizabeth Taylor wore them in 1978 at Miley Beach. So they've been a craze for many years. I haven't been down to pick. Oh, I know where the one is for that. I saw the bead. Okay. I like this green. I mean, I could make larger bags out of it, but you make it like a piece of ribbon. You can use ribbon. This one's ribbon from the store. This is its necklace. It's more. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you, but at the same time, I wanted you to know the clinical psychological. Anne Nagalos wrote about an emotional stage of coping with the pandemic in a piece published last month in Psychology Today, similar to Elizabeth Kruger-Ross, Stages of Grief. Nagalos laid out the reconcilable phases people are experiencing. During this time of lockdown and fear, though she notes that the order, duration, and severity of which they are experiencing differs from person to person. The stages are identified as panic, actions, confusion, anxiety, depression, anger, and finally adaptation. Hawaiian residents have seen all of that, from the panic of buying toilet paper and rice to the actions of sewing masks for the community. The confusion, anxiety, and anger over rules that seem to be applied unevenly all the way through to the adaptation of kids dutifully doing their Zoom classes and everyone wearing masks at Foodland. Oh, the confusion, anxiety, and anger over rules that seem to be applied unevenly. Yes. Okay. Hawaiian pandemic, I call it a pandemic. Reason leaders, however, seem to be stuck in the confusion stage. The number of times a new order has come down, only to be walked back in a next press conference is hard to tally. It has happened almost with regularity. Then there have been the dueling government orders, a problem that was opposed to be fixed by Governor Dave Ige, ordered that all country mayors had to get their, turning to page 3B, and this is by a wonderful lady. Her name is Lee Cataluna. She does, on B page, she does an article all the time. She's really good. I really enjoy reading it. Then she says, COVID-19 decision. Okayed by him, but seems to persist, showing up not only as a lack of coordination and communication, but a source of contention between levels of government and levels within the government agency. Granted, a lot of stuff is well, there are supplies everywhere. We're all figuring stuff out as we go. For example, Whole Foods is no longer allowing customers to bring in reusable shopping bags from home or fill the reusable cups at the coffee bar. Those shoppers can carry out their purchases and pack their reusable bags in the trunk of their car. Or the odd fact that you can walk right in at the office supply store, buy reusable pens off the shelf, but you have to sit in your car to have your dinner ordered and brought to you. What's happening locally is what's happening globally. Conflicting messages, lack of consensus, failure to think through all the possible outcomes, to the actions before announcing a decision, but through thought it's understandable. But though it's understandable, it's still really irritating. At the end of the week, we learned that though shopping malls are being opened and Aloha restaurants may be able to offer sit-down dining by June 5th and safer at home, orders is being extended all the way through the month of June. What are we to make of this?